Chapter 7. At this time the kings heard what had happened to me, and they rose and came to me, each from his land, to visit me and to comfort me. And when they came near me, they cried with a loud voice, and each tore his clothes. And after they had prostrated themselves, touching the earth with their heads, they sat down next to me for 7 days and 7 nights, and none spoke a word. They were 4 in numbers: Eliphaz, the king of Teman, and Baalad, and Sophar, and Elihu. And when they had taken their seat, they conversed about what had happened to me. Now, when for the first time they had come to me, and I had shown them my precious stones, they were astonished, and said, If of us 3 kings all our possessions would be brought together into one, it would not come up to the precious stones of Jobab's kingdom. For thou art greatly of nobility than all the people of the east. And when therefore they now came to the land of Uz, to visit me, they asked the city, Where is Jobab, the ruler of the whole land? And they told them concerning me, He sitteth upon a dunghill outside the city, and has not entered the city for 7 years. And then again they inquired concerning my possessions, and there was revealed to them all that had happened to me. And when they had learned this, they went out of the city with the inhabitants and my fellow citizens, pointed me out to them. But these remonstrated and said, Surely this is not Jobab. And while they hesitated, There, said Eliphaz, the king of Teman, Come, let us stop near and see. And when they came near, I remembered them, and I wept very much when I learned the purpose of their journey. And I threw earth upon my head, and while shaking my head, I revealed unto them that I was Job. And when they had saw me shake my head, they threw themselves down upon the ground, all overcome with emotion. And while their hosts were standing around, I saw the 3 kings lie upon the ground for 3 hours like dead. Then they rose and said to each other, We cannot believe that this is Jobab. And finally, after they had 7 days inquired after everything concerning me, and searched for my flocks and my other possessions, they said, Do we not know how many goods were sent by him to the cities and villages round about and given to the poor, aside from all that was given away within his own house? How then could he have fallen into such a state of perdition and misery? And after 7 days Elihu said to the kings, Come, let us step near and examine him accurately, whether he truly is Jobab or not. And they being about half a mile or a stadium distance from his melodious body, they rose and stepped near, carrying perfumes in their hand, while their soldiers went with them, and threw fragrant incense round about them, so that they could come near to him. And after they had thus passed 3 hours, covering the way with aroma, they drew nigh. And Eliphaz began and said, Art thou indeed Job, our fellow king? Art thou the one who owned the great glory? Art thou the one who once had shone like the sun and day upon the whole earth? Art thou he who once resembled the moon, and the stars effulgent throughout the night? And I answered him and said, I am. And thereupon all wept and lamented, and they sang a royal song of lamentation, their whole army joining in the chorus. And again Eliphaz said to me, Art thou he who had ordered 7,000 sheep to be given to the clothing of the poor? Whither then hath gone the glory of thy throne? Art thou he who had ordered 3,000 cattle to be plowing of the field for the poor? Whither then hath thy glory gone? Art thou he who had golden couches, and now thou sittest on a dunghill? Whither then has thy glory gone? Art thou he who had 60 tables set for the poor? Art thou he who had censers for the fine perfume made of precious stones, and now thou art in a melodious state? Whither then has thy glory gone? Art thou he who had golden chandeliers set upon silver stands, and now must thou long for the natural gleam of the moon? Whither then has thy glory gone? Art thou the one that had an ointment made of the spices of frankincense, and now thou art in a state of repulsiveness? Whither then hath thy glory gone? Art thou he who laughed at the wrongdoers and sinners to scorn, and now thou hast become the laughingstock to all? Whither then hath thy glory gone? And when Eliphaz had a long time cried and lamented, while all the others joined him, and that the commotion was very great, I said to them, Be silent, and I will show you my throne, and the glory of its splendor. My glory will be everlasting. The whole world shall perish, and its glory shall vanish, and all those who hold fast to it will remain beneath. But my throne is in the upper world, and its glory and splendor will be to the right of the Savior in the heavens. My throne exists in the life of the holy ones, and its glory in the imperishable world. For rivers will be dried up, and their arrogance shall go down to the depths of the abyss. But the streams of my land, in which my throne is erected, shall not dry up, but shall remain unbroken in strength. The kings perish, and the rulers vanish, and their glory and pride is as a shadow in a looking glass. But my kingdom lasts forever and ever, and its glory and beauty is in the chariot of my Father.